Yo, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, what we're going to jump into today is we've received some bids for McTominay and Maguire. And also, we're going to be jumping into outgoings, right? All right, before we get into that, this is Man United Central, and I'm your boy Luther. I'm super excited that you're back here to get your updates when it comes to our Manchester United. Guys, so let's jump into the main topic of the day, guys. West Ham United have gone ahead and put in a bid for McTominay and Maguire, the two M's, the double M's, for 60 million, right? Now, is this bid, do you think that it's going to be enough for Man United to accept it? I don't know. Personally, if it was me, I'm sure if it was you, we'll take that quickly. But knowing United, I don't think it's going to be that easy. They're going to try to wiggle, and I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we hear that the bid was rejected, right? But personally, I would, because McTominay and Maguire, they will be perfect for West Ham. Like, it will be an upgrade for them, right? Because West Ham next season, they'll be in the Europa League. So, if McTominay and Maguire, if they wanted to play in Europe, yeah, they'll play. But even though it's a lower league, Europa League, we were in it this past season. But, they'll be playing constantly, right? For example, like Maguire knows, from the England national team coach has said, look, I'm going to need you to be playing constantly, because come European championships that are coming up next summer, I want to pick you, but I have to pick you by merit, right? Because yes, this past championship they had, the World Cup and everything, Gareth Southgate picked Maguire, even though he didn't play much for us, right? We all know that Southgate's favorite defender is Maguire, but Southgate has told Maguire that, look, I have to be able to, justify why I'm picking you. So it is to Maguire's best interest, really, to move, right? I'm hoping that people around him, family or other coaches from other teams, ex-players, they can reach out to and say, look, you need to move, because we have, basically they can tell him, look, you have seen that you are not in Ten Hag's plans, right? Ten Hag tried to play him, it did not work out, right? Because it's one of those things, right? Whenever Maguire is playing, it's one of those, like, the Onana, or the other day, yesterday, Heaton, whenever he'll pass him the ball, everybody's like kind of feeling like, oh my God, is he going to mess up? Is he going to mess up? That kind of feeling. Like, as fans and him as well, I'm sure he's confident in his shot. That's why he makes a lot of mistakes like that. But if he plays constantly at another team, he'll build back his confidence and, move on with his career, right? For example, like, if he was to go to West Ham, David Moyes, I saw one of the news publication, they was saying, look, I'll probably give him the armband, right? So he can be a leader at that team and also play constantly, week in, week out. In David Moyes' system at West Ham, Maguire will be perfect, right? Because they are not as quick. The system they play, it fits Maguire, right? And the same thing as McTominay. McTominay, yes, he plays for Scotland, right? And also, even for him, he would want to play consistently, because right now he's down in the pecking order as well, right? Because what is happening is this: McTominay right now, he's maybe like fifth choice, because there's Bruno, Mount, Casemiro, right? So those are the first three positions in the midfield. If the coach needs to choose his starting, right? And then, of course, we are working on bringing in Amrabat. So when Amrabat comes in, so he falls down that picking order. So he's going to get less time to play, right? the same thing as for outgoings, a player like Fred. Fred is 100% according to Fabrizio Romano, he's going to leave. They're working on some deals. I know the Galatasaray deal kind of fell through, but there are other teams, Fulham, or you can go in the Saudi league. Fred, they're going to find a way to get him out of there, because what is happening is this. I'm moved all over the place, but yeah. With Fred, we know, or Ten Hag knows, the whole Man United transfer team know that, look, in order for us to go ahead and get Ten Hag's now number one priority, which is Amrabat, they need to sell, right? So really, United should not really haggle too much when it comes to these offers coming in for these players. McTominay and Maguire for 60 million, I would take it. You take that 60 million for Maguire and McTominay, and then who do you bring in? You flip it, right? So with that, you can get easily Todibo, right? You can get Todibo for maybe, 25, close to 30 million, and also you get Amrabat, right? That's two upgrades in that team already, right? So United, should really consider this, critically, because I can guarantee you, come next season, it will be another year. Maguire and McTominay have been at Man United, and it's going to be another season they haven't played much football. So if you think about it, another team will not, the teams will not really come, will not give us an offer like this again, because it will be another season. Right? Them sitting on the bench, warming the bench. So we should really take this offer and run with it. Yes, maybe wiggle here and there, maybe get say 65 for both of them. That way they can go, right? So I'm hoping that United will do something. All right, let's move on to other news. So other news, I'm seeing that Man United is actually open to offers. I'm seeing here that, let me pull it real quick. So yeah, so this is, according to report, Martial is not up for sale, but Man United would consider accepting reasonable offers, according to Fabrizio Romano, right? So again, he's not up for sale, but if a good offer comes in, Martial, you're out of the door. Basically, the report says that the 27-year-old is in Erik ten Hag's plan, that is Martial, and is keen to keep him as a backup striker this season, right? However, if an opportunity did arise for the French international to move on, then United would be tempted to sell, right? The problem with Martial, man, he's good, but he cannot stay fit for nothing, right? Right now, I saw reports that, Martial has actually, this whole preseason, he has been training. He has been training with the first team, but Ten Hag has been kind of, he doesn't want to put him in any match or anything like that, because he doesn't want him to be hurt. He's kind of wrapping him up. He trains, but he's kind of wrapping him up, trying to, make sure he doesn't get hurt. That way he's available come start of the season, right? Which is, that is not a good feeling. It really sucks for the coach to have a player that you need. We need goals, we need a striker, but you cannot really use him because he cannot stay fit, right? So, and other news here, I'm seeing that Rafa Varane, he's been trending today. Basically said, he was saying that we had a meeting last week with the FA. They recommended from the referees new decisions and rules. From the managers and players, we have shared our concerns for many years. So basically what he's talking about here is, the FA has recommended that to add that extra minutes. The game is supposed to end at 90 minutes. Usually they add to 2 or 3 minutes. But now we're going to see a lot of matches going on to 100th minute, right? To cover for all those players when they're flapping on the ground, pretending to be hurt, the time wasting, right? So that the referees have been instructed that they should add that time. So we're gonna see a lot of matches going all the way to 100 minutes. Now, what Rafa Varane is saying, like, look, already the schedule is very congested, meaning that these players are playing a whole bunch of games. They have international games with their national teams, and like the Premier League, there's FA Cup, Champions League. There's a lot of matches. So if that's the case, and now they're adding this part that, okay, the games will be going to plus 100, then it gives more chance for these players to be hurt, and the players' well-being needs to be put into consideration, right? So basically, that's what Varane was talking about on that. That's why he was training today. Let me see real quick what other news I see here. I see that Zion Suzuki, right, guys? Remember we were talking about we're going to have Man United is going to sign another keeper as a backup to Andre Onana. It looks like Zion Suzuki reportedly rejected a move to join Manchester United, right? The Athletic, this is a publication in the UK, claims that the 20-year-old has decided to join a Belgium side, Sint Trudense, instead, right? So what would you think he rejected us? Well, maybe the way I'm seeing it is he probably prioritized his development, right? If he was to come to Man United, he's going to be a backup to Andre Onana. As a backup to Andre Onana, you're rarely going to get matches, right? Because most of the games he will be Onana playing. So this kid Suzuki, he probably thought, you know what, I might as well go to this Belgium team. That way I can play week in, week out. That way, he can build his talent, develop his talent, which honestly I think it's a smart move. So yeah, now since it looks like we're not gonna get this kid, I'm seeing reports that Tom Heaton will reportedly stay at Old Trafford, right? They're saying that the ex-Burnley shot stopper has held talks with manager Erik ten Hag and will remain at the club. This is according to Manchester Evening News. Tom Heaton is 37. Honestly, guys, this couple of games that he has played in preseason, I really liked his attitude. I liked the way he was playing. We could see how United is going to be playing going forward. The goalkeepers are not just going to be sitting inside the goal. They'll be outside the D. They'll be basically. Tom Heaton showed me that he can play that sweeper keeper kind of role, right? Advancing the ball quickly, start the transition, right? So now it's a good move too for Man United because, yeah, we already have Tom Heaton there. He can play that role as a number 2 because we already have a formidable number 1, and Onana is going to be playing most of the games. So Tom Heaton can just chill in case we have an injury. He can jump in, which is good, right? I like Tom Heaton, so it's good to see that he's going to stay. I know with him, he wanted to play, constantly, and he was linked with, I think, Luton Town. The team just came up in the Premier League, but it looks like Ten Hag wants him to stay. All right. Other news, I'm seeing that Rasmus Højlund was interviewed, and he was saying that Højlund is this is according to, I think, Manchester Evening News. They're saying Højlund is a boyhood Man United fan, right? Which we knew, right? And was asked about influence that Ronaldo had on him in the early stages of his career. So the 20-year-old said, I think there's an interview very early with Anderson and Rio Ferdinand. The reporter asked them, who's the best football player in the world, right? And Ronaldo simply just said me, right? Most of that question, whenever people get that question, you'd be like, well, Ronaldo, or it could be Zlatan or something like that. But back then, when Ronaldo was still young, he was like, when he was asked who's the best player, he was like me. And look, he made sure he manifested it. Now he's the best player in the world, right? So basically, Rasmus Højlund here is saying that his mentality, he basically has the same mentality like Ronaldo, right? He's coming into Man United knowing that, look, I am not the finished product, basically coming at a young age, and he believes that Ten Hag is going to develop him, and he already has that mentality, right? He feels that he's the best in the world, guys. If that doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. Because this guy, you know that he's going to work hard. He's going to hone his skill, you know, to be able to be the biggest superstar in the world, right? So it's exciting times at United, guys. It's very exciting. So, you know, we'll see. Because we know how Ten Hag is going to be playing. He wants to play that transitional ball, right? Meaning that it's no counter-attack, it's transitional ball. Basically, you're moving the ball from back to front quickly with very few passes, and you're moving the ball fast. And if they lose the ball, the way Ten Hag has been coaching his players, they want to be able to press and get that ball back within 5 seconds, right? And also the transition ball, it starts from the goalkeeper. That's why the goalkeepers they're pushing up, so they're able to move the ball quicker to the front and being able to start that attack. And if they lose the ball, everybody drops back, trying to win that ball back so you can start the transition again. Basically, it's going to be fast ball, fast football, and we did see this in the preseason. I think one of the goals, I think Rashford, I think the last match we played, the last match at Old Trafford, we saw how quickly they transitioned the ball from back to front and they end up scoring, right? So that is what we're going to see, guys. Get excited, because that's what's going to happen this season. Ten Hag is cooking, right? And once he gets the pieces that he needs, i.e. Amrabat, and then maybe another defender, Todibo, get rid of some deadwood, McTominay, Maguire, Fred, Eric Bailly, all of them, Donny van de Beek, and then brings in the pieces that he needs, pieces that can play his ball. Because he always says that you got to follow the rules. His players, he wants the players to be brave, meaning that to be able to make decisions quickly, and basically being brave is make decisions quickly to move the ball, and also don't worry about the consequences. In case, even if you make a mistake, at least you were working on moving that ball quickly up top and to score. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. I appreciate you being here. Do me a favor, if you like this, what you watch, share the video on WhatsApp or Twitter. That way everybody else can enjoy it. As you're rolling out, do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. That way you do not miss any new videos coming out of this channel. Thank you so much. Peace.